Hello, my name's Neil Johnstone. I'm a past president of CIHT and I still am a member of the Learned Society and Technical Strategy Board, which sponsors, if that's the right word, along with partners, specific hot topics that are of crucial interest to our highways and transport sector. On this occasion, I've been very pleased to lead the subject, which is around delivering a resilient transport network. And the topic is entitled Maintaining and Future-Proofing Highway Infrastructure from Extreme Weather Events. Now, I think there's been enough news items around the country that our membership from news, but also from their daily work, know exactly the impact that extreme weather is now having on our valued infrastructure. We have a lot of infrastructure. Generally, it's not in the greatest state of health just now. A long run of funding cuts has meant that road maintenance, particularly in local roads, has been suffering, and we know the public's attitude towards these deficiencies in the network. But we're talking here more about the events that are coming up that at worst could be catastrophic, but at worst will give temporary disruption to the network. We know how important the transport network is to our society. Communities need connectivity, businesses need routes to market for their produce, and there are examples already throughout the UK where this has happened. Well, this piece of work that has been undertaken, it's been undertaken by CIHT, led by our technical team here in the institution, but also it's been ably led by Professor Phil Blythe of Newcastle University, who just happens to be the director for the major project called DARE, and that is the Decarbonisation and Resilience of Infrastructure Hub that the government is funding to have a really thorough examination of this topic. However, at this point in time, I think that there is huge value in this piece of work that has been undertaken by us in CIHT, along with our partners in industry, our technical staff, and also people who have responded to our call for evidence. As a result of that, we've got a very good sweep of what's the state of knowledge out there at present, and also where the deficiencies are, the gaps in knowledge, what data is missing, and what is current practice in responding to these emergency weather events. I think we don't need to say too much about the increased frequency and intensity of storm events that are affecting the world at large. We know that this is one of the direct impacts coming from climate change, but it behoves our industry not just to work at decarbonisation and trying to fix. I don't think that's possible at present, but we've already baked in a lot of the impacts of climate action, and they will require responsive maintenance measures, and we're looking at our industry is facing increased pressure to deliver these in the years ahead. This piece of work does some very nice introduction on defining things so that everybody can talk the same language when we're in this space. And we also, in the two-part report in the front end, we're really aiming at government with some calls for more funding to focus on particular gaps in knowledge and information. And then in the second part, we're providing some advice for our colleagues in industry who have to work on a day-to-day basis with these measures. Typical of the kind of work we do in CIHT, we've drawn on our membership at large, and we've had some excellent contributions, and there's some really nice case studies in the report that help to sum up things that are already happening and pointers to the future. There's a lot in this report. I think it's very valuable, it's very timely. I, for one, think that as a result of this, we have to bring this firmly to the attention of government with a plea for funding, but also a recognition that we know that the extent of this problem is possibly so large that we can't deal with it in one round of funding, but we have suggested an adaptation pathway route for members to use, which is a way of taking small progressive steps towards solving the big picture in time. So that's the kind of guidance that in CIHT practical guidance that we like to give when we do these reports. So I commend this to you, and please read it and do respond to us at the technical team at CIHT with any comments or feedback. Thank you.